Welcome to BBC Podcast, Tapping In with Tunchi again. Got another after-hour show with some lovely ladies. I'm going to hand it over to JP.
Oh, baby, you so juicy. Juicy, yeah, yeah. Do you mind if I slide? You like the way I work you out. I don't mind if you tease me now. My lady, you deserve a crown now. I like it when you take it to the ground. Do your dance, mommy. Yes. Honey, I like the way you work for me. The way you move your ass got me going down. You got it, girl, you got it.
Everybody make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And let's introduce our lovely ladies tonight. Start with you. So I need your age, where you live, and current dating status.
Sounds good. So I am 29 years old. My name is Valerie Rose, and my current dating status is I'm in a relationship.
Hey, I'm Rosalinda. I'm 22 and I am single.
How long have you been in a relationship?
I've been in a relationship for 2 years and a few days. We just celebrated our 2-year anniversary, January 8th.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been single?
It's been like 4 days.
Okay. There we go. Fresh.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
That's fresh. Off and on or consistently?
Consistently for 2 years.
No breaks.
No breaks whatsoever. It's the most healthiest relationship I've ever been in. I had my fair share of being in a toxic relationship, 10 years. That was an on and off thing. Being single for 3 years, and I was like, you know what? I got to figure out how to work on myself, see what it is that I'm doing wrong, and not going with the right guy, and then finally finding a really good man.
Okay.
So why did yours end?
So I was with him for about 7 years.
Mm-hmm. See? Off and on or?
Yes, kind of, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just he wanted something else, and I didn't want that.
What did you want?
He
Keep it real,
yeah.
We need details.
Okay.
Right.
So he wanted other females, and I didn't agree to that. So
So he wanted to be open?
yeah.
relationship?
Well, he wanted me just to be his, but he wanted to.
So
fuck
open-
with other
Open on his, closed on yours?
Yeah, yeah. So
Question, what was the problem with that?
what was the problem with
Yeah.
that? Why I don't agree with it? Because I don't want that for myself. I'm more traditional, so I rather go for a man who's all about me.
Okay. So, I mean, you don't think he could have pulled it off and been still taking care of you while just still seeing other girls?
Maybe he could have, but I wouldn't want that.
Okay. What what made him come upon, like, speaking upon it? Like, did he almost get caught talking to other girls? Like, or he just sat you down and was like, hey, like, I think we should add in more girls?
So he just throughout our relationship, he always like wanted another female, not wanted another female, but more recently I guess he's been thinking about like speaking with other females as friends or, you know, in a relationship. But I didn't want to do that. I don't agree with it. I think I deserve better, you know, and I don't need a guy like that.
Okay. So the first question would be, when it comes to relationships, who's looking to always stay excited and a thrill? Who gets bored faster?
I definitely don't get bored faster because I feel like I'm always the one
Stop
being
the
extra
cap.
creative. I'm not.
Come on, man.
I feel like there's never any boredom because it really takes two people to like be engaged, and I feel like just engaging in conversation.
Who's more outgoing and more speaking? Who's suggesting like, hey, we should try this food place? We should go here and try that?
Females for sure.
Okay.
Because I feel like guys
I think it just depends on the guy.
Yeah, true. Because I feel like guys get comfortable, you know, and then females are like, let me try this, let me try that, you know.
So you would say women are looking for the thrill more?
I guess it depends, but I think, yeah, females for sure. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Like trying to find something new to do.
So would you agree that most relationships start to crumble, start to fall apart when the man is complacent? He's not keeping his woman on her toes, not surprising her, not keeping her thrill?
Yeah, for sure.
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
Should that be reciprocal? Like, is she keep him on his toes, surprise him in the same way?
Yeah, I think it goes both
Oh,
ways.
yeah.
It can't be just the man having to step up and do everything because sometimes like nobody's a mind reader, so you have to be able
That's
to
true.
communicate. And if it gets complacent, then you kind of have to see like, well, where did I fail as a woman? Am I telling him like, hey, let's go out and let's do these different things, or am I kind of just shutting up and expecting him to take the lead and be like, let's see what fucking happens? And then when something doesn't happen and you get upset, it's like, well, you should have said something.
Yeah, that's true.
So when it comes to saying something, like who confuses the other sex more with assuming?
Females
For sure, because
Yeah.
sometimes, like, I know from past experiences, we think, like, oh, he knows what I want to do today, or, like, he knows what I'm going to want,
Yeah, mhm.
but
They're not
sometimes
mind readers.
They're
yeah.
not mind readers, exactly. I don't know why sometimes
They
we
automatically
think
assume that they
Yep,
do.
exactly.
So in your experience, other people that you see outside relationships, do you think that's like most relationships fall apart because people are assuming and not communicating?
Absolutely. I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of relationships lack communication.
Oh, for
and it
sure.
goes both ways because, as I always say, if you communicate, you know how the other person is feeling, you know what their desires are, and you're going to do what you got to do to come through to make them feel good and, like, fulfill certain desires, whether it's like, oh, I want someone to do this for me, or I want to go out and experience this with you. So I think communication is a big thing, and a lot of relationships lack it because of assumption.
Yeah.
Okay. So who do you think has the harder side of dating nowadays? It's 2024.
I think both men and women, but more men, because
Why?
nowadays it's truly fucking hard to find someone that's the basics: loyal, hardworking, respectful. Because of social media,
Oh yeah.
people nowadays have more options. Like, you could easily be with someone, but you're a click away from going to fucking cheat on someone or going to find something else, or they think, oh, I can find better, or I'm not happy in this, so let me go and seek it somewhere else at the click of your fingers.
Who's more in a delusional state though when it comes to social media? A guy having his DMs, a woman having his DMs. Who feels like they're more like I'm the prize?
Females. Yeah,
Yeah.
for
A
sure.
girl can post
Yeah.
a cash app and get money.
Right, but if a guy does it, it's like, what you
Yeah.
doing? Yeah.
Damn,
$0.
you broke? You broke?
Like, that's facts. So
Oh, this broke ass nigga. Oh, hell.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But if a girl does it, they're like, oh, hell yeah, like, let me send you a little something.
For
Yeah.
sure.
So who shops out of their league more, women or men?
Men.
You think men? You think men hit on women that look too good out of their league, or do women feel like they can get that man that's out of their league?
I think women, because sometimes some women feel like super fucking entitled because they're beautiful, and I'm like, girl, beauty ain't it.
Yeah,
It is
that's
not
so
everything.
true. Yeah.
It's the first.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was the first.
True, but I'm like, it's so true, because then they'll be like, oh, I'm pretty, like, I can be with whoever I want to be and I can get whatever I want. But
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, you know you're ugly in the inside.
Yeah.
And someone's gonna realize
But
that.
keep it real though, like women make it worse because they don't tell each other the truth. They're like, yeah, girl, yeah, you are cute. Don't worry
That's
about it.
true,
Like,
yeah.
Like your,
You don't
your
tell-
friend came outside looking.
Yeah,
fucked
you don't
up.
tell him like, damn,
You're not,
girl,
you know,
could-
most girls be like, oh no, you look pretty. You can
Yeah.
pull that
No,
off.
I'm telling her straight up.
That's
Sometimes
true.
my
Most girls
friends are
don't.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Okay.
Women are so catty. If their friend is honest with them, they get mad. They don't want to, like.
Yeah, some females.
They-
Yeah.
That's
they-
true.
They're like, oh, this
Maybe-
bitch hating.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's harder for women to be real with each other.
Yeah.
Like their feelings catered to.
Yeah, females are too sensitive nowadays.
I think a lot of men are too though.
Yeah,
There
men
is some
too.
soft dudes out there for sure.
A lot of
But
them.
it's okay to be soft sometimes. But
Of course.
Yeah.
right?
All right. So the next question is, what's harder, for a man to get the type of woman that he likes and sleep with her, or a woman to get the man that she wants to commit to her?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I would say it's hard for the woman to get the man to commit.
So you think an average ugly guy can get that nice IG model?
He can, because he can go about it in different ways, and it depends, like, if that person has money, if they're just charming.
See, I'm talking about that shit. Just like tell you this shit.
Money
like,
was
you
the
don't make
first
this
thing she
shit up.
said. If he has the money,
Yeah, because I'm
telling
like, it's
you.
true. Like, if they're gonna be like, all right, like,
fucking
all right,
cheat code. Like,
I'm like, it sucks, but I'm like, that's how some women will look at it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, does he have money? Like, is he gonna treat me good? Is he charming? Like, what is it? You know?
Okay. So how can women improve on that end to make men commit?
I think by building themselves up to be a high value woman, and also, like, offer something to
Define
the
a
man.
high value
I was
woman.
say that.
A high value woman is someone who is, like, strong within her own power, being independent, which just being a simple adult, like paying your bills, being able to handle shit on your own, but also being able to provide for the man, let him take the lead, and just be soft, compassionate. Like, don't be something like dreading where a man's like, oh fuck, I gotta.
Do you think a
deal with
woman
it.
can be strong and independent and stay feminine?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But it's very rare.
No,
It is very
it's
rare.
hard because I
It's-
remember when I was single, I felt like even though I looked super feminine, like I would act masculine, being single
That's
for
so
so long, like taking care of myself, that even like sometimes my demeanor would be so like strong that I felt like I acted really masculine.
But do you think like a guy who is such like a real man could have like neutralized that part of you?
Yes, and I feel like now it's gotten to that point where I'm like, okay, I could embrace like this divine feminine without having to feel like, oh, I gotta take on the lead and take on the role of everything and handle shit my way. Now I'm like, okay, I could like sit back and relax. But I think it takes, like you said, a masculine dominant man to be like, hey, like let me show you that I could take care of you and like love you, that you don't have to feel that need to act so masculine.
But how does a woman know that that's the right type of dude for her to let her guard down, to let him lead?
I think it's just an intuitive thing and something that you feel. I know it was hard for me to put my guard down. Even my partner told me, like, damn, you kept your guard up for like a good month or two. And even when I met you, I was like, you're so defensive. Like, I'm talking to you and you feel like the world is out to get you. And I'm like, well, you know, being single for so long, I'm like trying to be careful with who I let into my life. And I feel like I already have a small circle with like friends and stuff like that. So I'm like super protective. So I was like, I don't want to get hurt or anything like that, or just let my guard down, literally.
Okay. So you were single for 3 years?
Yes.
So speak about your single time. Like, did you date enough men to know? Yeah, what you wanted?
I already knew what I wanted when I left the 10-year toxic relationship on and off, because once I left that situation, I didn't even date for, I want to say, about almost a year, because I told myself, like, what is wrong with me, and I need to heal myself first before I even go and try to mess with anybody else.
Okay.
And
So after that year, you had a hot girl summer?
no, I didn't have a hot girl summer. I didn't have a hot girl summer. I
like a
tried
month.
dating, and it didn't work out. And when I date, I always want to date with like a purpose, like not to just fuck around with someone, but be like, can I build a life with you type of thing. And I tried dating briefly, but it didn't work out because the moment I saw the red flags, like the controlling, like just the judging about how I would dress, I'm like, okay, I think you're a little insecure, and like you got to work on yourself. And there was
So because you want to dress revealing, that makes him insecure?
it wasn't even necessarily revealing. It was more like, let's say it were like a long, tight dress, like no cleavage was showing, but because it was tight and because I'm thick, I feel like my
Showed off
body's
your
down.
curves.
So tell me, what's the
Yeah.
difference between a tight dress and some basic leggings?
I mean, they should.
Well, there really isn't no difference because
Yeah.
like everything's tight and it's like
Yeah.
accentuating your physique. But as I always said, I'm like, I always had that issue. I'm like, if there's a super skinny girl wearing leggings, like it's okay for her to wear it. But
Or does it
someone-
depend on what you were wearing and where you were going?
No, it's like the body type. Like, let's say a female that's really skinny is wearing the same skirt as her, you know, like it's gonna
Yeah, for
look,
sure.
oh, like she kind of looks like a hoe. But it's like, you guys, you know, just because she has an ass and it shows more, you know, it's the same
So you don't
thing.
think both girls look revealing if it's the same dress?
No, well,
It might look better on one, but it's
Right.
still you're still trying to pull the same look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
True,
the tight
yeah,
look.
that's-
Yep,
okay,
that's
right,
true.
right.
But that doesn't make him insecure just because like he sees that you're outside of him looking like provocative.
No, that's
Okay.
kind of insecure. Because if you know that's your girl,
Yeah.
and no matter what she dressed like, she ain't going nowhere. I feel like that's insecure no matter what she looks
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah.
I'm saying, but like if it's outside of him, he's like it's pretty much advertising it. So since she's advertising it, like the people are gonna come at it. Like if you're outside dressed like a cop and I run up to you and you're not really a cop, then what,
Yeah.
like, what we doing?
But
Right, okay.
leggings is not advertising. Leggings is
No, that's why I said. But
Yeah.
she said that he didn't trip on leggings, but he tripped on the skirt.
I-
We
I-
all know we all know we do.
I get-
If you
I
see
get
that
what
girl's
you're saying.
photo on the gram, that like is gonna get liked regardless. Like it don't
But
matter.
for me personally, as a guy, if someone's staring at my girl because she looks good, I feel proud. Like yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, and
embrace
especially
it,
if
yeah.
she's not like
Me,
doing
like, go
anything
ahead
or
and
like
look.
looking around.
But that's
No,
she
you're
has
not
she has to.
disrespectful, but like, go,
Yeah, but she has to keep it within.
Look.
She has to keep it within me. But she going out with the girls with the dress. It's kind of like.
I don't know.
yeah.
I think it
It's just
the
like-
person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
but it
okay.
just
The
depends
guy.
because there was even an instant where we went out to go golfing. So I dressed like if I was a freaking damn professional golfer, and I literally had one of those like skirts that have like shorts under and then like a cut off top, and he looked at me, and the moment I opened the door to the car, I was like, I've never been looked at so ugly. He was like, that's what you're wearing? And I'm like, well, aren't we going golfing? And he was like, yeah, but like that skirt, like no ass cheeks were coming out or anything like that. So
I think for a guy, they really look at it, it's just like, man, you looking like that's easy
I
access.
really
Like,
appreciate the effort, like, oh shit, like that's funny.
Yeah.
You dress like
Yeah.
a golf.
Yep.
But he just instantly was insecure and went to like. So it's like, no, we got to keep it real with some dudes. Like,
Yep.
like let's be honest. Like, if someone's looking at your girl, unless they're being disrespectful, you should
Like
be proud
eyeball
that
on
you
eyeball?
have a good-looking girl.
Yeah.
That people ain't looking at you like, ugh, he's with her. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what is the issue with having a good-looking woman? Like, some people can't handle a good-looking
Exactly,
woman.
they can. They
So-
can
so do you
handle
ladies
it.
think it's okay to be in a relationship and post
Provocative.
extra selfies? Like one photo, I say one photo every couple weeks is fine, but every single time you put on that outfit, you hit that gym outfit, and you got to post a picture, do you think it's okay?
No, I don't think it's okay because I know when one post, there's always a purpose. So,
Yeah.
me, I have two pages. I have my business page and my personal page. On my business page, since it's everything related health and
Like
wellness.
one page has more thirsty guys than the other one on there?
No, actually,
Come
the
on,
other.
man, keep it
no,
real.
Yeah, I am keeping it real.
Stop the cap.
I literally have on my personal page, I want to say I have like 300 and something followers, and on my business page, once upon a time I had 1,000, but because there was like some hacking issues, I started it all over, and now my shit only has like 32. So I have very low followings on both. On my personal page, I'll literally post like once to every 3 times a month on my actual feed. Now on my story, I'll post like different educational stuff, because there was a time like back in the day when I was posting thirst traps, it was when I was in a toxic relationship, attention seeking, but that was like my
At least you're
toxic
keeping it
self.
real.
I am. It was my it was my unhealed self, and I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, there is no fulfillment, and if there is, it's like a very brief moment. And I'm like, this was like years ago in that toxic relationship where I was doing that because I wasn't getting the attention that I wanted being in that relationship.
Okay.
But then after that, I'm like, okay, I was going to delete social media, but then I started getting into like business and learning about different things. And I'm like, okay, before I delete this, like, let me see what I want to do. And I deleted that page that once upon a time had like 5,000 followers. But like you said, it was all men, because it was like a bunch of bullshit
So,
thirst trap
since,
posts.
since, but since you've been in a relationship, have you adjusted how you post pictures and doing stuff, or you just still do how you do it?
Yes, I've adjusted, but even before that, I still feel like I wasn't really on social media. I've had my current page since, I want to say, like 2021, 2022, and I rarely post on there. It's just like more story stuff, but it's like more of like my day-to-day life, and I'm not like always out partying or doing anything like that. It's literally like fucking food, something about nutrition, something about wellness. Like, I'll typically post on my actual feed, like someone's birthday, like a loved one's birthday. Like the last thing I posted was my birthday, like a reel of all of us going out type of thing.
So I have a question. So now that you've been in a long relationship and you still being fairly young, and now that you're single, I guess.
Yeah.
I can't say that long makes you single. 'cause
Yeah,
anything
that's
happen.
true.
Anything
Yeah.
happen.
I'm like, well,
Right.
what is long being single then?
Yeah.
Depends who you're asking. I guess.
I say years.
Are you done with this relationship because of that like gesture, or what are you looking forward now that you're still young? You've heard her story. What to expect? Like, what are you looking forward to now? As out being out there, are you going to go back? 'Cause that's what you're
I
comfortable
mean,
with.
honestly, I'm not planning on going back just because he told me what he wanted, and I don't agree with what he wanted, and I don't want to do that. So I'm not planning on going back. But you said, what am I looking forward and then?
Like as being single now, because you said you were in a relationship
Right.
for a long time.
Yeah, I was in a relationship for a while. So now, honestly, like getting to know myself and just working on myself and seeing like, being. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like I gotta know myself first before talking to any other men.
So tell me real quick, like when you say working on yourself, are you discovering like your self value? Like I can get a better man, that type of thing.
That too, but just self work. Myself. Yeah.
Do you think that there's something wrong with you as on why he wanted that, or do you think it's just him?
I think it's just him. He's a dog. All
What
men are dogs, bro.
But keep it real though.
No,
like,
not
what,
all men, not
what
all
if
men.
what if he said, you know what, like I changed my mind, like I don't want that, I just want you. Would you take him back? Keep it real. Keep it real.
Honestly, okay.
That pause right there just answered it.
Seriously.
Because that's all you know.
So I don't want, like
Because
he
that's all
said,
you know.
that's all I know, and I've been with him for a while.
So you're saying she should experience some different?
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure. Being so young, you shouldn't definitely find
Venture out.
Like she found what she was looking for.
Yeah, no, you
Like-
see, yeah, I for sure want to
So do you feel like it's necessary for women to have that break, that fun time, so they know what they want?
Not fun time.
Not necessarily fun time, but
Yeah.
really like, and even if they do have that fun time, because I think it's okay for everyone to have their fun
Yeah.
time,
It's okay.
as long as they're not fucking with anyone's feelings. You
Yeah,
know, like
for sure.
don't go out and
Lead
like
them
try to
on.
break hearts. You know, you want to go out and fuck with people. Like as long as everyone knows, like, hey, I'm just with you because I want to date, because I want to fuck, because
Yeah.
I want to have like a situationship, whatever you
Right.
want.
She belongs to the streets.
Don't be manipulative, basically.
Yeah, like don't manipulate
Yeah.
people and don't go out like hurting people's feelings. But I do think once you leave a relationship, like you should take time to analyze the situation and be
Yeah.
like, where did I fuck up? How can I be better? What did this person do to me? And then move forward in like the best possible way you
Right.
can.
I have a question for you. So, do you still talk to him,
Yes, yeah.
and why?
I do have a couple of my things at his house. Why you guys laugh?
That's the excuse to go back.
Things in for a reason, so like you
That's
always
hilarious.
remember that. Things in for a reason, so never forget that.
That's true. But
Is the item really worth it? Can you get another toothbrush? Like what is it?
Fuck that. That's my
all my
favorite
clothes.
hairbrush, I swear.
all my clothes, all my
You can't replace them
My
shirts?
PS5.
Sometimes you just gotta let go.
Hey, maybe if he sells me shit.
Oh no,
Have
man.
That's hilarious.
Okay,
I mean,
so
he could ship it to my house, right?
yeah, you know he gonna drop it off. All right, so are women more, once you become single, are they looking more to build themselves up to be strong, independent women, or to build themselves up to be a better woman, looking for to be in a relationship, family, and build it up? Nowadays,
Nowadays, I think it might be the first one.
Yeah.
the people are like women are just want to just be more
Yeah,
independent,
just because.
just get their own money and just
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe like not even that. I was like expecting you to say another option, like shit, they're not gonna give a fuck and just go do whatever the heck they want and not really focus on like themselves and like
Yeah.
I
becoming.
mean, girls will still call themselves working on themselves, fucking other dudes. They do that all the time.
That's true.
They do that all the time.
Yep.
Okay. So when it comes to the correct man for yourself, what gets you to submit to a man and let him take the lead? I know they always look at submission like, oh my God, I ain't no slave and blah, blah, blah.
Massage me.
Like,
But that's not necessary.
yeah, it ain't really that. It's just letting the man, like, just getting in your traditional role. You stay in your
Yeah.
feminine side, he stays in the masculine side, and he leads the family or leads the relationship.
For me, it was the beginning. Like I said, I asked for the basics in this life, like someone that was just loyal, respectful, hardworking. And you kind of get the vibe once you get to know the person and talk to them and you've been with them for quite some time. So once I realized that my partner has those values, I'm like, you know what? Now I could open up and let him take the role. But then also, I think it's just time passes on and you see like they take care of you, and they take care of you in a sense where they protect your mind, body, and soul. And that means like giving you advice you're fucking up, you're not doing good financial choices. They put you in your place and say, hey, you need to do so and so, and I'm doing it because I care for you. Or just showing really that they like love and care for you. And you know, a woman I feel like is really gonna feel that by their actions and their words ultimately.
How about yourself?
What was that?
For you?
Wait, oh.
How about yourself?
Wait, what was the question again?
What would it take for yourself to allow a man to lead and for you to stay in your feminine side?
Honestly, I mean, I like men that, you know, can be the provider. I think I'm very like traditional. You know, I want to be the stay-at-home mom. You take care of me, so if you can do that, yeah, that's cool.
So can you tell me what's the difference between a man being masculine and leading and just being an asshole and cocky? Or do you like both?
Heck no, I don't like
Hey,
that.
some girls like arrogant dudes. Some girls like
That's
arrogant
true. I've
guys.
noticed that. Like I have experienced women being with nice guys and they don't fucking like it. Like they'd rather be with someone who's a fucking asshole.
an
And I
asshole.
don't get it
Yeah.
because I've had my fair share of like assholes, and then finally when I get treated good, I'm like, okay, like this is not normal. But I think
Yeah.
it's just because they're
Used to it.
to being
That's
with
why
their
that
they
saying,
like.
nice
Is your-
guys
is your-
finish last.
So is your current guy like, I would say he's polite to you, but he can still put you in your place if you need to?
Absolutely. And put me in my place where he's like, the tone of voice changes and just the words, like I still feel the love, but it's not like that extra sweet loving vibes. It's more like, hey, you know what, like you're doing this and it's not okay, and I'm just telling you because I love and care for you, but you're fucking up right now.
Okay.
So I got a question. Like
Yes.
you said, you would like to be the provider and the stay-at-home mom. Is that because you've seen that and you know how to be that, or is it just something that you want for yourself?
Honestly, if I can have that, I feel like, yeah, for myself. And I think men, like, in a relationship, they're supposed to be a provider and then a stay-at-home mom. I mean,
Like, have you seen that, like, from aunt, mom, someone, like,
Yeah.
you've seen the, like, how to be that from someone?
Well, like, did you grow up with both parents?
Huh?
Did you grow up with both parents in the household? Or?
No,
No.
just
No?
my grandma.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, usually,
Even
like,
your grandma. Have you
Yeah.
seen your grandma be that? And, like, you see,
Yeah.
Like
how
your
to
grandma
be
and
that,
grandpa's like
you're
that?
Like, okay.
I mean,
know
I
the
see my
blueprint.
grandma do it, like, by herself, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
But not really that role where
Yeah.
we've seen like a man be the provider.
Right.
So
It's
Yeah.
always been women providing
Yeah.
for
Oh,
my
okay,
family,
okay.
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
She's at the point where I'm like, fuck that. I want to be taken care
Got
of.
another question?
Exactly.
I don't know if you want to promote your
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, let me see. I know I got
oh
one
wait,
more.
I know he has some questions coming.
I know, I like your question.
Yeah,
I know,
I
like
got some more.
they're good
I
questions.
know.
Hey, because they're it's like individual. One's in a relationship, one's not.
That's true.
Okay. Do you feel like you know yet what it's gonna take for you to get back in a relationship, or do you in your mind already you got split? I know it's only for a couple of days,
Yeah.
but in your mind you're like,
Right.
I'm gonna be single for the rest of 2024, work on myself, and 25 I'll deal with the guy.
Honestly, I'm planning on being single for a while. Looking for options, no. Honestly, right now, men don't interest me right now. Like, I'm
get
not
you.
thinking
I get
about that.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think it's going to take me a while just because I was in a relationship for so long.
Mm-hmm.
So, for sure, it'll take time.
Do you have any guy friends?
Huh?
Do you have any guy friends?
I don't.
No?
I don't. Mm-mm.
Okay. Do you have any male friends?
No, I don't. I have like acquaintances that are like business acquaintances, but
different
it's
vibes.
not
Very
like
different.
I categorize like my friends, my acquaintances, like coworkers. So I wouldn't say I have any like guy friends, but I do have like one or two.
That you interact with just because of business?
Yeah, exactly.
See, that's actually rare, because like,
girls say they have guy friends.
Yeah.
Does your mom know him?
yeah,
He's not your guy friend.
Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Exactly.
Okay,
Like,
he's
for
not
real.
really your guy friend.
Yeah.
So what did your guy do different than the other guys were doing to take you off the market?
So the way we met, I think it first of all it was just like natural attraction for me. I was the one who actually gave him my business card with my cell phone number on it.
Oh, okay.
And so I was the one who went up to him. I was with my daughter. He was with his daughter. And we were at Round One somewhere in like Puente Hills, like up in the LA area. And my daughter and I went to like the basketball throwing machine. He was already there with his daughter. And apparently our machine was broken. So he noticed that because he saw me struggling, swiping the card. The balls weren't coming out. I was having a conversation with my daughter. And he's like, oh, excuse me, miss, like, if you'd like, once we're done throwing this hoop, like, I'll just give this machine to you. So that touched me, and I was like, oh, my gosh, like, how nice of you. And then I sat there in my thoughts, and I was checking him out, and I was like, okay, he's like my type. And my type is older, so I'm 28 or 29 now. I literally just turned 29 on the 12th. So I had told myself leaving the
That's
relationship.
funny. That's Daryl's birthday too. He just left
Oh,
right now. That's his
really?
birthday. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's so cool. Yeah. So I just turned 29. So I was like, that's why I said 28. But after I left my toxic 10-year relationship, I told myself, like, okay, the type of woman that I am, I feel like I'm a little mature for, like, my age. So I wanted to try to be with an older man because I felt like if I'm with an older man, they're very experienced in life.
Okay.
They're going to be able to teach me things, and that's what I love. I'm big on personal development, which
Okay.
is why
That's good.
when I saw this podcast, I'm like, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love what it stands for.
Okay.
I was like, I want to be with someone older. I'm like, he looked like very like elegant. I'm like, I come from the hood, but I can like, you know, I come from the hood, but
you know how to handle it.
yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
I'm like, I could keep that like elegance, but I'm
Yeah.
like, you take me out the hood, but you can't take me out. I'm like, it tries to come out sometimes. I'm like,
Did
let
we
me
just
keep
talk
that
about
down. So then he, just based off of the way he carried himself, I'm like, okay, he seems like a really nice guy. So my intuition, and I'm big on like, you know, universal law of attraction stuff. I'm like, let me go ahead and give him my number. But because I saw him with his daughter, I was like very hesitant. I'm like, he could be married. I didn't see a ring on his finger. So I went to the restroom. I had a pen. I had my business card, and I just wrote like, hey, my name is Valerie. I like what you did. I think you're attractive. Here's my phone number. If you're in a relationship, like, please just throw my card away. So this was around noon. He ended up sending me a text message like 7, 8 o'clock that night. He was like, hey, my name is Joe. I'm actually single. Like, let's get to know each other more. And then that's how it like hit off.
Cool.
See the fact she went out and did that.
Yeah.
Not a lot of females
But
do
let's
that.
yeah, but real quick, let's dissect it real quick.
Yeah, of course.
If he wasn't attractive, but he was still a sweet guy, handed it over and stuff like that, would you give him time of day?
Of course.
You still with him?
Heck
Yeah.
yeah, because I know like shit ain't about looks because I've seen like friends that they're like a bomb ass couple, like they're super fucking like built bodybuilders looking things, and they always have their issues, you know?
So both couples are attractive and
Yeah, both couples
okay.
are attractive, but like their mind ain't right, so shit's not working out. So, and that's like one of the things where I'm like, looks aren't everything. Like looks really don't matter because those looks fucking fade away. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
we don't
Yeah, for
always
sure.
stay, you know, young and healthy and looking
Real
good.
quick
Like,
though, does it
yes.
fade away more for women or for men?
I think for women, because men are kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna age gracefully, but
That's
women
true.
are like, oh, let me go get this Botox, or oh, let me put on makeup.
Which makes
or-
them age faster than out.
That is so freaking true. So I feel like women try their best to keep their youth as
Yeah,
much
they
as
just
they
because
can.
they know it's the
It's
most of value.
powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they think it's the most like valuable thing, but it truly isn't. I think if you're just like secure and
Right.
you just like, you know, age like fine wine and just, you know, embrace every step of your life, like it's all gonna be good because there's always gonna be someone younger, smarter,
Yeah.
sexier, whatever the case may be, you know.
So do you think the dynamic of a relationship works better when, let's keep it real, when one person is more attractive than the other, or when they're equally?
I mean, it depends on the
Yeah, I
person.
think it
Yeah,
depends.
because
Keep it real, like you know,
No.
like you have friends, you have couples, you see
Okay,
people
you know
that
what?
do they last or they don't last.
Well, I see that they've been both equally good looking and
Yeah.
they don't last. And then I've seen like one look more good looking
Yes.
than the other and they're still together. And
Right.
you know it's something that is not going to last because
That's
it's
true.
toxic type of thing.
Right.
Hey, when you see it like that, which
Yeah,
one's
see it.
usually the more attractive, the male or the female in that couple?
Yeah,
It depends.
The female.
Yeah.
female.
Yeah, the female.
Okay, so the guy usually has other qualities outside of, like, probably has the money. It's just
A
something like
lot
that.
of things.
Yeah, a lot of things.
But do you think that which dynamic do you think works more? When one's looking better than the other? When sexual market value is different, or do you think when it's even?
I think it's even.
Think so?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah.
think it could just work out. It just really depends like,
Right.
on the people.
That's true. Yeah.
So when it comes to like men and women being competitive in their own like nature, do you think the woman is okay with her man getting just as many DMs as she does?
I mean, if he's good looking, I mean, it's, you know, as long as he's not replying, everyone wants that attention, you know.
Not that attention though, because I mean, it's like, what does that attention serve you? You know, like if I mean, yeah, if DMs
said,
are
"Fuck
flooding.
that."
Seriously, I'm like, because I don't get any satisfaction.
That's
like
true,
old me, I'd be
yeah.
like, oh, these guys are hitting me up because I
Yeah.
look good. But now I'm like, well, I have no
doesn't-
fucking business
Yeah.
even bothering to look at it. You know,
That's
just like let it be. But
Okay.
I don't get no fulfillment. Be like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, you know.
'Cause,
But
yeah.
I mean, men still liking your picture. It's still the same thing though. They
Yeah.
like your picture because they like it.
Right, yeah.
Mhm. But I don't be posting like any.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I don't even post any like full body pics
Right.
or selfies.
Or like,
I feel
if you
it's,
do
like-
be posting, like, it's for yourself, not for other people.
Well,
Right?
now I don't post for myself because now I'm like mindful of every post. Like I said, I was gonna delete social media, until I was like, you know what? No, I want to start a business, and unfortunately, social media is like a free, you know, marketing tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I like post with purpose, and it's literally like motivational videos, like. You know,
Yeah.
the last pictures I've been posting that were selfies were like a professional photo shoot of me at a gym just to promote like that fitness lifestyle.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Do you think that when it comes to dating, it's better? I mean, obviously, like you had it organically and you
Yeah.
met your man in person. What do you think about dating apps?
I think that that's challenging. I went on a dating app. I forgot
Oh,
what it
did
was
you?
called. Yeah, like ooh, like
one?
some time
Which
ago.
one was it?
I don't remember. I'm trying to remember what it was called, but I think it was True Match. Something like that.
I don't know.
Something. Well, I know you just like swipe left, swipe right.
I heard
I think
about
that's
that
most of
one.
them nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. So I was.
So how many did you swipe left on before you actually picked one?
If you swipe 20 times, how many
Yeah.
got picked?
How many guys were like, okay, I'll put them. Like,
Okay, let's say I want to say about like 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, nigga.
See?
It's
Y'all
the
don't
way
be
the
listening, man.
profiles is set up.
Yeah, exactly. And like it was just like they'll say like I love to
saying.
hike, and I'm very like an active person. I love nature, so it'd be like that. I'm like, oh, you like to hike, cool. But then I never even met anyone in person because I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I felt like it was a little whack. And I don't know, maybe like I don't feel like I'm that old school, but I think it was just like the mindset where I'm like, man, this is scary. Like there could be someone else on the other side. Like you don't even necessarily know if it's fucking true. And then I deleted that shit. I'm like, you know what? So nothing ever happened for me on there.
Okay. You already have a dating app in mind. You're like,
Like my
don't lie.
favorite
You already
is
got to download it on your phone. Don't lie.
Open the app.
And your home. So, like, obviously, do you have homegirls or friends
yeah, I
or
have
family members you hang
homegirls,
with?
yeah.
Okay. Is anyone happy for you that you're single?
Yeah,
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You looking forward to her as hot girls?
No, but I feel like this is gonna be her era where she really like,
Where she shines. So you just.
and where she really figures herself out. I mean, you can shine with the man, but
Yeah.
when you know someone's history in their relationship, and you know that, I don't put the blame on the man all the time. Cause I'm like, if someone's dragging you down, like you fucking choose to be there at the end of the day,
Right.
like, and you just kind of have to picture like, is this someone I want a life with? So after you know
Right.
enough of the history, you're kind of like, yay for you, and I hope you don't go back type of thing, and just like work on you, because then
Right.
you're gonna come out on top by just working on yourself, like not even to be vengeful and be like, oh, you know, I'm gonna do better without you, but just for the natural well-being of yourself to get
Right.
you know, life together. And especially her being like super young, I try to teach her a lot, her being my little
Exactly.
sister, like, hey, learn from my mistakes. Like, fuck, who knows where I would be in life if I didn't if I left that 10-year
my
toxic
gosh,
relationship long ago. But I'm like, hey, you know what, it makes me the person that I am today, and I wouldn't be having these experiences today or the last year or 2 years or 3 years if it wasn't for that, you know.
True. So you think there's no such thing no more of as that somebody meets that high school crush and then they happily ever after?
I think it's very hard nowadays because of yeah, there you go. I think it fucks it up for sure.
Just because it gives other people options.
Yeah.
So would you say social media ruined the dating scene?
Honestly, I think so, because I feel like nowadays men are just like they don't want to do it in person because they don't do it.
Everybody feels more comfortable. It's
It's
easier. It's easier because of rejection.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah,
people
you get turned
You
down
just
on the
block
phone.
them.
Yeah, it's easy, yeah.
Or they're like, no,
Fuck.
fuck it, on to the next, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And a lot of people
In person, it's like,
who they appear to be on their page. Some people.
Yeah,
they-
Facetune,
they
filters.
fake
Oh my
it.
gosh, yeah.
They fake it to the max.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's true. Would you, ladies, say it's safe to take advice from your friends that aren't single or single?
I honestly wouldn't take. I take advice with a grain of salt, because I feel like would I change lives with that person, and if not, I'll be like, I ain't
That's true.
taking advice from you,
That's a
because I'm
good
like,
one.
you could be single and knowledgeable, you could be in a relationship knowledgeable or not in both. So I'm like, you look at them, and if you know they're your friends and you know their life, and you're like, knowing all the shit you've gone through, the way you act, the things you do, like, would I really, if I wouldn't change shoes with you, I wouldn't take advice
Yeah.
from you. But I'm
Very
going to
true.
hear you, but I'm going to be like, I'm going to hear, but not necessarily taking the information. Like, take the information, but not really apply it to my life.
Yeah.
Have, within the 7-year time before you broke up, has anybody given you the advice to break up with him and you didn't?
No.
No?
No.
So he shouldn't be that bad of a guy, then.
Yeah, she was like, I told her, like,
Wait, have you?
yeah.
Really?
She's like, I didn't hear that shit.
There'll be, like, situations.
in one ear out the other.
Oh, seriously? I was like,
did?
hold up. I was like, I ain't going to say anything. Let me hear her answer.
Wait.
It was like once or twice. I mean, it's been like many years since I've last said it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I give like a little too much advice.
But what made you give that comment, though?
Which
What about him?
see a red
That
flag?
hey, you shouldn't be with him no more.
a situation that had happened was alcohol problems and crashing cars, and I had said.
Yeah, get rid of them guys.
Yeah, and I had said, like, what if you guys have a child and your child was in that car? Like, would you be okay with this man, like, constantly doing those actions? And if you're okay with it, then by all means, like, continue and take that risk and have fun. But if you're not okay with it, like, maybe this is something that you start thinking, and I know a lot of it too. This was years ago, like, she was younger, so I think you know, being young, like we're not always like all there.
No, you got a
thinking
lot
for
of
our
life to
future.
learn,
Oh,
so,
hell
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I always tell them, like, learn from me. And I'm like, I know I tell you stuff, and you're probably like, oh, shut the fuck up. But I'm like, I feel like I've lived enough, like I've worked
Hey,
on
for real.
myself, experienced a lot of
Honestly,
shit. You
like
know?
just knowing her short period of time, like she seemed like she could give you some good advice.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
I try, yeah.
That's what I keep saying. It's like a whole different podcast.
It's different. It's different. We ain't having as much fun as we usually would. No, you guys are cool ladies.
No, you guys actually have knowledge.
Put it this
You know
way,
what I'm saying?
yeah, you guys are giving me the right answers and giving the wrong answers.
I know that's what I was
giving it
nervous
substance.
about. I was nervous. I'm like, fuck. I even told my best friend. I'm like, damn, I'm
Everyone
gonna
be
go on
nervous to come.
That's because they watch the fucking shorts.
Yeah, because I
I
watched
tell
the
people
shorts.
don't watch Instagram.
Oh
watch
my
the
God.
episode.
Yeah,
Like
and
watch
I
the
did even watch
episode.
some
'Cause they be on
episodes.
this
I'm like, they're
TikTok time, like,
knowledgeable.
oh,
Yeah.
It's
short.
made. We make it purposely to
Yeah.
keep it intense to like when you checking out Instagram.
makes
So
you
that's
want
that's
it,
a
like,
purpose.
oh,
Yeah,
whoa,
but if you actually look at it, like man, they actually
She
had
said what?
an actual educational like
Right.
learning process. You have to watch the whole podcast.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
I
saying.
was
Like
like,
before you get in
damn.
here, like when females usually leave, they usually leave like, oh shit, I didn't know that, or you guys
Right.
put me up on some game. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Wow, for real.
But in the shorts and the little clips, it's to be like, oh, damn, she
Okay.
said what?
Hell yeah, it was intimidating.
That guy did what? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
they're changing grass.
I was like,
Yeah.
it looks like an awesome podcast, but I was seeing some stuff. I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna like fall in line with that vibe.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna be a little extra, like professional, like a little too
Nah,
knowledgeable. And I was
nah.
like, damn it. But I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm not gonna lag. I was like, I'm gonna show up. It's gonna be a great experience,
That's
and
cool.
whatever questions come my way, just gotta keep
Yeah,
it
cool,
real.
cool.
Yeah.
You guys got any questions or no? No, I'll turn it over. You ladies got any questions for us?
You got any
No
questions?
questions.
No, cool.
Well, you know what? You were speaking so much on like you feel that nowadays like men have a hard time like they're fucking up on certain things. So what advice would you give to men that are in the dating scene? Because you seem knowledgeable.
Yeah.
All of you seem
Yeah.
knowledgeable. So
I just hear like there's a lot of guys who do weird things. It's not hard to be normal. Like I feel a lot of guys
That's
like
so true.
like if a girl's nice to him, they think a girl wants to be
Yeah.
Yeah.
like you don't know how to talk and just have a conversation with the opposite sex. Like you should really like think in your head, like be a normal person and have a conversation with the opposite sex just to have a conversation as a human being. Like it's not flirting, it's not nothing else. Work on that before you try to start to flirt and everything, because just because a girl's nice doesn't mean like, she
That's
wants to be
true.
with you.
Dudes
Yeah.
be doing too much. They be like,
Yeah.
she like me.
Yeah.
she just be like nice. It's her natural self. Mm-hmm.
Because that's why women are so on the fence when a guy tries to like, hey, how you doing? To see how she had to give him the number. Because if he really felt her the same way, as a man, you're like, I don't want to be. Oh, like it's hard.
Yeah,
But a lot
because
of
some
a lot
dudes
of guys
are-
can't
The first
determine
Yeah.
what vibe you're giving off.
He probably felt the same about you, but he didn't want to be like, damn, I'm gonna be a creep if I give her a note. Like,
Yeah.
so
And not a lot of females do that, too.
I know.
Yeah,
I
sure.
have never done that. Like I've never given my freaking number out like
Yeah.
that. And I was like, even being single, I'm like, I'd go to bars and stuff, and I'm like, nah, I'm not interested. Because first of all, I'm like, the guys were already younger, and in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to be with a young guy. Like I already want to be with someone older. So I wasn't
Right.
in that setting to be able to attract that or even find that. So once I saw him, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna step out of my comfort zone because I'm from Orange County. That was LA. So I was literally just exploring with my daughter. I'm like, if I don't do this now, like I'm never gonna come across this guy.
yeah.
Like I said, it was an intuitive thing and then a mindful thing where I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel attracted. Like
feel
like
his action and
more women do that, they'll find love.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
But real quick, would you, being obviously you guys are age difference, would you
Yeah.
recommend her? Would you tell her that she should talk to older men?
no, because I feel like it's not something that she's interested in. Like I know when we were out at downtown Fullerton for my birthday this past weekend,
Probably
there
pointed
was-
out a guy that had gray hair.
Yeah,
Like,
she did. And she's like,
Shit,
it was
like-
like a guy trying to talk to some girl. She's like, oh my gosh, that dude's like 100 years old. And I'm like, Rosalinda. She wasn't. She was just being dramatic. But I'm like, Rosalinda, remember, age doesn't matter. But I'm like, no, I'm
31.
speaking from my
Yeah.
mindset, you know? Like, and I'm like, I know, like, my friends, like, they'd rather be with someone in their age. Like, one of my friends, she'd rather be with someone that's at least 7 years older than her.
Okay.
So I'm like, it doesn't apply to everyone. So because it's me, I'm like, I wouldn't recommend it to her because I already know like she would rather be with someone her age. Me,
Yeah.
it was just like I feel like I'm a little ahead of my time. Like sometimes I feel like I think like a 50-year-old, and you know that's why I'm
Right.
like, okay, well I want to be with someone that's like older than me.
Okay. And real quick, so I can pile this up, we might try to make like a stack of just like don'ts here for guys.
Yes.
Can you, ladies, please personally, whether it's happened to you or you see guys do it to other women, what for men not to do when it comes to approaching women? Like, this is creepy. This is cringy. Like
I hate when a
don't
guy
do
does
this. Yeah, I
this.
hate when a guy does this.
When like a guy comes so close to you, you know, before even like talking
all
to
in
you,
your-
all
your
up in
personal
your
space.
face. I'm like, damn, like back
Like,
there.
just what do you, like they just approach you, just looking at you, like not saying nothing,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
not
that's
saying nothing at all.
weird.
Yeah,
Like
that's
COVID
weird.
rules still apply. Give me 6 feet.
No, last we went out drinking for her birthday, and this guy, he's like, cheers, and then he's like, drink up. I'm like, you don't tell a female that, and I'm
Yeah.
sitting next to him. I'm like,
I
what
was
the
like,
fuck?
he's trying to like find someone that got
Yeah,
fucked up. That's the first thing I saw. That.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, that's fucked up. He's preying on those who are fucking drunk, bro.
No, he didn't he
Great.
tell you like he didn't say drink up more. He was like, all right, well you better drink some more and get fucked up.
And
What
then
the
he's
fuck?
like, let me know if you need another one.
Nigga, what's that dude? What's that dude from Family Guy?
Quack the one
Quagmire.
that says,
Yeah, men are weird now. Like,
See, that's sad.
Well, you
That's
see,
sad
not
that
all
she
men-
says
yeah,
that.
Yeah, but I saw
But no,
that
I'm telling you,
happen.
like we getting close to like interviewing 100 women already, and like 80% of women say that shit. Man. It's
Damn.
bad.
But
And honestly, this is what we're trying to do with this podcast is just stack up like, man, please watch the videos. Please watch what these women are saying. Like we're
actually
interviewing
learn
live women here. Like they're
Yeah.
telling you what not to do.
Yep.
what's another one for you?
For me, it would be something similar to that, but like I remember the last time when I was at the gym, it's the same
the
guy.
gym, bro.
The same guy. Well, there was two separate guys, but one instance was I'm on the treadmill and I'm so big, like don't fucking bother someone when they're in the middle of like pushing a weight or doing something.
Yeah.
So literally I was on the treadmill and some guy gets next to me and he was like, hey, like I'm literally with my headphones and he's already moving his mouth and I can't see because I have my headphones on. And I was like, wait, what, excuse me? And he was like, oh, I've been seeing you come to the gym. Like I've been seeing your progress. Like, good job. Do you want to give me your number? And I'm like,
Come on, man.
That was a nice
I've
transition.
been watching you for weeks. Like,
yeah, and I
I'll
was
watch
like,
you for
that's
weeks.
what
Have your name and
noticed.
address, please.
Yeah, and I was like, what the heck? And I noticed him like at the gym too, and this was like not that long ago. And I was like,
said,
no,
"Oh, no."
and I was like, I'm not interested in you. I'm like, I've seen your progress. I'm like, you keep it up, bro. But I'm like, don't be doing that shit.
Yeah.
And then he looked at me like, okay, whatever. And then that's when he still stayed there, and he again, I put on my headphones, and he said again, oh, do you want to compete to see who's like the fastest? And I was like, oh hell no. I still kept doing my
Corny.
shit.
Fucking weird.
He ended up leaving. I was like, I won ultimately.
Yeah.
And he left. He was like,
Man, you corny!
literally, and I was like, what the heck? And then the second time, same gym instance.
Same guy?
No, different
Oh,
guy.
okay. My God, damn, he
No.
came back.
Yeah, different guy. I was just like doing a workout in like an open space area. It was like an ab section. I probably shouldn't even have been there, but I was using the free weights, fucking Planet Fitness, you know. So he comes up to me right away and he stands close to me too, and I see his mouth
She said
moving.
right away.
Yeah, right away. I was like, oh my goodness. I just saw him coming up and I'm like, just don't even pay attention. I take off my headphones. I'm like, what were you saying? He's like, man, girl, I think you're so beautiful. Like, I see your sweat down your face, and I just wanted to see if I can get your number. And I was like, no, I'm not interested. And I was like, and I'm in a relationship, but I hope you find what you're looking for. And then he looked at me like, what the fuck? And he just walked away.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And I feel like they be getting mad too, but I'm like, you be on some weird shit, you know? Like how else are we supposed to react?
Mm-hmm.
The mic.
Oh, it's a mic.
Yeah, what was mine?
There we go.
Whoa.
Oh no.
What is it? Ain't nothing near the fucking mics.
Right?
I ain't do anything.
Don't lie. What you doing now?
Back there
All
twisting
right.
the wires.
Lastly, what do you ladies think of the show?
You can go first.
You go.
Okay, well, I absolutely love the show. I love the interaction. I hope
Yes.
that we weren't boring because, like I said, I looked at the episodes and I'm like,
Nah.
damn, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to be like that. I was like, I'm just going to keep it real. That's all that matters. But I love what it is that you guys are doing because as your, podcast says, bigger, better confidence, like you really are helping men by giving the woman's perspective, but the
Yeah.
woman's perspective isn't always right.
Yeah.
But your conversation and just like posting like the do's and the don'ts, I think will really help and just
That's if the men want to learn. If
That's
they don't wanna
true.
learn, they don't
Yeah.
learn.
exactly because you can put the information out and people can change, but only if they want to, But it's like if a man is really looking for a change, like him coming to this podcast and seeing the
We're
episodes.
just trying to give you an advance a step up because like
Right.
it's straight from a woman's mouth herself.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
It's not us, not men in an individual video
Right.
saying,
Preaching shit.
I think women this, I think that. Like we're interviewing the women right,
Right.
now.
Right, and you're
They're
using
telling
coming
the
out of their
right
mouth. They're saying
questions
it
too. You know,
themselves.
questions that I'm sure other men want to know and ask,
Oh,
but they're
yeah.
scared to do so. You know,
Sure.
so
And
I
a lot
think
of
it's
the
really
questions,
wonderful.
many women say the same thing. So it's like,
So
oh,
we're trying to
shit.
show them consistency.
20
That's
girls
right.
said that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Then
I
this
should
is
probably
like
listen
really a
to
thing.
that.
Right.
So it all adds up.
Do you guys also interview men or just females?
We do between us and our boys like we
Oh.
usually.
We have a king's table that like all
Yeah, we
the
call it
homies
king's
sit
table.
down and
Yeah.
just
And if, I mean, it's for men too. But if a woman really wants to see like how men think, then yeah, you should watch it. Cause,
Okay. That's
Yeah,
good.
I'm sure.
Right.
yeah.
it's like
if you-
peeking your head into a barbershop.
yeah, basically.
Oh
That's so
shit!
true.
Sometimes when
I like
the
how you
female
explained
guests
it.
leave, I want to like, do you guys want to ask us any questions? You want to know how men act? Like, you want the truth from like, because if women like come on, they want to ask us like, why do guys do this? You probably get the realest answers from us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
We
And
don't
that's
get-
good,
we
'cause
don't
that's
get
how
any
it should be,
questions,
you know?
though.
Yeah,
They
for real.
usually don't have any questions. Like, if you guys really want to know like anything real, just ask us.
'Cause, you know,
We'll
it's-
probably
it's-
give you a real point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always tell the women that want to come on the podcast like that way. If for you guys to ask us, like we just met you, so we're not trying to date you, we're not trying to sleep with
Yeah.
you, anything like that. So we'll
Yeah.
give you a pure, honest answer from
Right.
a man's perspective,
Well-
versus somebody else trying to impress you or something
Oh,
like that,
for
and somebody
sure.
you know they might give you a answer that puts
Little
them in the right
sugarcoat it.
position. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
An
So-
answer with no intention.
Yeah.
So if
basically.
you like, why do guys do? We'll give you an honest.
Yeah,
I
I'll
do
give you
have a
answers.
question though.
Go ahead.
So, why do you think my ex wants and like like I said he wanted me, right? But he wants to fuck
Yeah.
with other females. Why do you think that?
Who do you want to go?
Huh?
Who you want-
Oh, he's like,
I'll go.
Everyone's saying that.
Yeah, okay, I'll go.
Why?
I'll go.
This-
yeah. Be honest. Be honest.
So I don't know nothing about him. Just say you haven't
Yeah,
described
no,
or anything like that.
right.
I would only think a man would do that is if he feels like he's in a position he might been increasing his value maybe over the last couple of years, why he's kind of mentioning more to the threesomes or whatever it is that he's mentioning.
Yeah.
He probably feels like I'm outside of her not knowing. I'm getting this attention from females outside. My confidence is up, and I know she loves me. She's sticking by my side. If she kind of wants to be my ride or die, I can kind of pitch it to her because these other girls want to be with me, and I already let them know I got a girl. So if I tell them, you can't be my girl, but my girl doesn't mind sharing, it's like a fantasy type thing. And he
Right.
probably thought that he felt like his relationship's been on this many years. Like
Yeah.
I got enough leverage in here to where like she's not gonna want to go nowhere, and she
Right.
might not want to just share me sexually because I feel like I've reached that point to where I'm attracting other women already, and
Okay.
he's feeling that urge.
Right,
He's having options, so instead of just flat out cheating, I'm gonna just chance it and
kinda
just
wanna
ask him.
piggyback on that a little bit, but like I said, maybe you've been together since you're 15, and that's all you know. And now you're at an age where you can drink. Now you're 21. You're
That's
in more of a scene of a more adult life, and you don't want to quite lose her, but you do want to experience adult life.
Okay.
And you're like, don't know how to handle that, so you're like, okay, this is the medium. I'm gonna try to throw this out here to where I can probably have both.
Yeah, but I feel like
But,
he does
like-
because he feel like he's increasing, so he got it like
But
that.
also, like,
Yeah.
if you've been with each other since you're 15, it's like you're not the same person. Like,
Exactly.
you're in
Yeah,
life,
true.
you've grown.
Yeah, you
so,
would.
like, experiencing just this, like, you want to experience other things and you don't know how to tell that person.
Yeah,
That's
it
true.
is true.
Yeah, and just like you said, building himself, because even she mentioned, like
Yeah.
he said, oh, like when I start getting more money, like I'm gonna start getting more girls.
Yeah.
So that's, as he was saying that, I'm like, that's
Right.
literally what you
That's
told
what
me,
I
and it
told
goes
him.
like hand in hand.
Yeah.
And he was like warning me, like, oh, I'm gonna make this much. There's gonna be a bunch of females hitting me
Yeah.
up. So I'm just
See?
letting
He
you
already
know
planted
I'm
the seed. He was
that.
like,
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, no, fuck it. Take
Yeah,
your
planting
money.
the seed so that
we
when the
wish more
time
girls would
comes.
ask us this question because we'll give you a real
Yeah,
answer.
honestly,
for
too.
sure.
Seriously.
If he
Yeah.
tells you, you can't never say, well, you never
Yeah.
said this, we never talked
What do you
about
think?
it. Kind of mixture of both.
Yeah. Okay.
So like how he was saying with the shit, I totally forgot. Blank mind.
It'd be me.
Like the being young and
Yeah.
outgrowing, like
yeah,
what
yeah.
it is
Because
that,
if that's the only relationship you've been in, and you know, when you hit those years, and then you start seeing your friends going out, your homies going out, and they
He's
come back with the
experienced it.
story
Yeah.
like, "Hey,
Yeah.
man, the club." But then you get the damn now. Man, my girl, like I like her, but fuck, I want to experience that
Right.
shit. So I could see him like, oh, fuck it. It's probably going to end anyways, but let me see if I could work this out.
Yeah.
Hey, look, this is the situation, blah, blah, blah. You cool with it? No?
Okay.
Yep.
So when he real quick, when he pitched it to you, was it just like a nah, I can't do this, just go ahead, let's just break up, or did you like think about it like?
Nah, I didn't even think about it. Just like I was like, nah, like I don't want to
Spit in
deal
his
with
face.
it. Yeah.
No.
I was like, nah, I'm leaving. Like, and it seems like that's what he wants. So I'm like, you know what you want already. So I'm done wasting your time.
But how did he bring it to your attention? Like, how did he go ahead and say what he
pitch
said?
it to you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just came out and said it, or
No.
hinted around to it?
Yeah, he was hinting around it. Yeah, and it's been like a few more like months ago. Like he brought it up, but I didn't think he was serious about it. And then he brought it up again, like, oh, like I'm gonna be getting money soon. Like just letting you know, there's gonna be a lot of females who are gonna want me. I'm like, all right, let them females have you. Like I don't want you.
Have all the bitches.
Yeah, I'm like, all right.
Literally.
Definitely, I think probably outrun it. Like, it's only been like it's hard for someone this young. Like, 'cause you already know what's gonna happen. I hate
Yeah.
to say it, I don't want to curse you. You're gonna go back.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
at the end
I
of the
hope
day-
you don't go
I
back.
know.
Like, we hope you don't.
No,
but,
but-
like, as a young person, like
Yeah.
Not
But
like chances
there-
are high that you'll
Yeah.
go back.
You need to
Not
find
saying
out
like
there is better value men that are treating you a certain way out there. You gotta be willing to step out of your comfort zone. Because when you with someone so long, you get content.
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
said, and it's the pattern. It's like familiarity where you're
Yeah,
like, I'm
that's
used
true.
to this. So
Like
I'm,
honestly, like you women, like you guys would know that like when a woman is trying to look for new and it's just kind of like not working for her, the new guys ain't kind of working. And I really like the dating scene. Instead of finding a new guy, they're comfortable with going back to the old guy.
That's true.
Instead of like some girls kind of not adding on the extra body on their body count, whatever it is like that. It's just more easier to just go back to what I'm familiar with.
that,
Right,
or you
that's-
don't want to deal with all the,
Yeah.
the bullshit of trying to find that one good guy.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to put up all this bullshit, and then you're like, "Ah, fuck it, I'll just go back to him. I know his pattern. I know what he does.
But
Did he-
you in that haystack? Like,
Yeah. When
I'd rather not.
when you said nah, this ain't for me, and you split, did he try to convince you to stay, or was he kind of like, all right?
Oh, well.
Nah, he convinced me to stay
Oh, okay.
like for a full day, but
She said a full day. 24 hours. I counted that shit. It's like,
and he didn't believe that she was
he,
gonna
no,
leave
yeah,
either.
he didn't believe me. He didn't believe me at all.
That's
I'm like,
kinda
I'm
big.
well,
leaving.
he
I know.
don't believe that you're gonna stay gone because all your shit's still at his house.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, I need to.
Because in his head, he's like, "Oh, she'll be back. She has to come back to get this shit."
Yeah.
and then he's gonna try to find his way to like sweet
course.
talking shit.
That's true.
Or she could be thinking about him being lonely and shit,
Yeah.
and be like, "Well, my stuff is at his house, so let me just go get it now and just
Oh,
get this
heck
over
no.
with."
Hey,
And
That's
next
what
thing you know,
happens,
Hell,
though.
hell no, that better not happen. When you can be like, oh, he's lonely, be like, now remember all the other females he wants to be with.
Yeah.
He's got plenty.
Exactly, huh?
Before this proposition, was it like a good relationship? Was it like everything good before the proposition, or did the proposition throw everything off, or was it always choppy leading up to this and it's not?
Honestly, it was always there. Like him hitting up females was always there.
Oh,
Always.
like I told you,
not
his
even,
value
like-
was going up, so he was feeling it. Like,
Not
yeah,
even
I can
like
get
feeling
it.
himself a
flirting,
little
but
extra.
like him
Yeah.
just texting females, and I didn't trust him, So I'm like, oh, don't hit up any females. I don't feel comfortable with you hitting up females because I don't trust you yet. So just him hitting up females was like, like
I
that's
just
a
got
red
So,
flag.
so he was already up in chicks' DMs all the time.
yeah,
Yeah, you should.
Alright.
yeah.
At least he shot his shot.
And I mean, there's a lot of guys in my DMs too, but like I'm like, nah, like I wanted you, but you clearly want something else. So yeah.
True. They say, man, like, let's say, like, when a woman is registered and like focused on that one dude, she'll curve other dudes. It's like
Oh,
regular.
for sure, bro.
yeah.
Females are very loyal.
it's
I know
rare.
you be
It's
saying like,
rare.
nah, man, I'll make them like,
It's
nah.
rare. Slow it down.
We have to really stop as a society saying all men, all women.
That's true.
'Cause everything
Yeah.
is individual based. Not all
Yeah.
people
Right.
like red, not all
I
people.
There's a
agree.
majority and a minority.
Yeah, but
Everyone
the
has
numbers
to
do
do
tell like
Yeah.
what's majority and what's not.
Yeah.
Majority.
Yeah.
Like your experience is your experience, but the majority of
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Consistency pays.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So, I guess no more questions.
You want to shout out your
Oh, yeah,
podcast
yeah.
or any
Absolutely.
Instagrams
Well, first
and
of
all
all,
that stuff?
thank you guys so much for having us here. Follow me at Valerie Rose personal page, but it's like on and popping at the Fit Female Society. It's my health and wellness brand. So aside from being a coach, I'm a mother, educator, coach, entrepreneur, and I absolutely enjoy helping others with their personal development. That's my main focus. I don't do it with the men because I've tried being a coach for the men and it never fucking works out. Like,
Yeah, no,
I did it only twice. One time
Yeah,
with like
no.
a random person. I'm like, really? One time with like a random guy that like signed up for my program, and I'm like, man, he was just trying to hit on me.
Yeah,
The second time with the business friend, which it worked out, but I'm like, I think training your friends is hard because they know you like on that personal level. Like, they're like, nah, you're gonna cut me some slack. Like, don't force me to do this.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I ain't working with men anymore. So that's why I'm like, I love that you all do this because you know men need that coaching too, and I'm not suitable to be providing coaching for men, but I enjoy helping women like transform. Like any woman that's going through shit, not feeling herself, not knowing who she is, and just looking to transform like mentally, physically, and emotionally, because if we all focus on our personal development, it truly makes the world a better place. Everyone being real with themselves, finding their happiness, and just being who they want to be.
Okay.
So thank you so
Shout out
much
to
for
that.
having us.
Ladies, thank you for coming, and BBC, we out.
Bye.
Thanks.